it was another slow month for me. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Jasmine. For those who are new, I am a full-time nurse working in Ontario, Canada, but I also like to resell on the US and Canadian Poshmark app as well as eBay. For today's video, I wanted to go over my sales for the month of August. It was another pretty slow month for me, but I was away. I went camping again. I wasn't really on the app that much, so I'm not too worried, and I can already tell that my sales for September are doing a lot better. If you like reselling content like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out another Canadian posher, she has a YouTube channel as well, and you can find her at Shirley Howard. I'll link her August What Sold video down in the description bar below, and you can check it out. I find that she sells brands that are different from my What Sold videos, so feel free to check her channel out as well. So to start off, I had a total of $330 sold on the Canadian platform, as well as $998 sold on the US platform. My first sale was this Forever 21 jacket. This sold for $25. This was my own, but I just never wore it. It was still brand new with tags. It was also a wool blend, so I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than $25, but I was still happy with the sale. My next sale were these Rudsack overalls. I'm not too sure, but I think this is only a Canadian brand, and this sold for $35. My next sale were these Levi's 501 high-rise skinny jeans. These were brand new with tags, and they sold for $50. My next sale was this Aritzia Babaton Rolando blouse. It was kind of a faux suede material, and this sold for $25. My next sale was this Kate Spade crossbody bag. It was called the Rami bag, and this sold for $100. My next sale were these Lucky Brand Ava jeans. They did have a slight flaw. Some of the dye of the tag went onto the jeans, but I just included that in the description, and they sold for $30. My next sale was this White House Black Market Peacoat. It was a silk blend jacket. I do regret picking this up because I didn't make that much on it. I thought it would do a lot better just because of the style and the material, but it sold for best offer of $30. My last sale on the Canadian platform was this Lululemon Adjust Knee bra. It was quiet stripe as the pattern, and this sold for $35. If you didn't know, if you find quiet stripe Lululemon crops, those are definitely a unicorn, and they resell for quite a bit. My first sale on the US platform was this Eddie Bauer long sleeve. This was my husband's that he no longer wanted, and it sold for $10. My next sale was this Aritzia Tallulah blazer. It was the Exerter blazer, I believe, and it sold for a best offer of $25. My next sale were these Moonbeam Vans, and they sold for a best offer of $55. My next sale were these 7 for All Mankind jeans. If I were to see these in the thrift store nowadays, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But I picked them up a while ago, and they finally sold for $25. Next, I sold another pair of Vans, and these sold for $35. Next was this Prana dress. I did buy this from Retail Arbitrage, and this was another one of my regrets. I had watched a lot of YouTube videos and people reselling Prana, so I decided to pick it up, but it only sold for $22 and it was brand new. My next sale was this bundle of this North Face long sleeve as well as this Aritzia Tallulah bustier top. I originally just sold the bustier top to this buyer, but when I was packaging it up, I noticed that the zipper was kind of falling off from the actual shirt. So I canceled the sale and I just sent the buyer a message, and she messaged me back saying that if it's fixable, then she still want to buy it as long as it's discounted by a lot. So I just messaged her back saying that it's easier for me to give a discount if she bundles with something else that she might be interested in. So she added the North Face top to the bundle, and together they sold for $23. Next, I sold this Kate Spade vinyl tablet case, and this sold for best offer of $25. Next, I sold these Zara leather mules. I did show this in one of my hauls, and they were brand new with tags, and they sold for $30. Next, I sold these Calia joggers. Calia, if you didn't know, is a workout line by Carrie Underwood, and these sold for $35. Next, I sold this Lululemon No Limits tank, and this sold for $35. Next, I sold this bundle. It was these two Forever 21 skirts as well as this Forever 21 daisy dress, and they all sold for $23. These 3 items were all in my 4 for $25 sale, but she only bundled 3 and she sent an offer for $23, which I was happy to accept. Next, I sold this Lululemon scuba hoodie, or maybe it's a remix hoodie, but it was special edition and had this Ohm graphic on the back, and it sold for $50. Next, I sold another pair of Vans, and these sold for a full asking price of $72. Next, I sold these Theory Capris, and they sold for best offer of $30. Next, I sold this Lululemon Cool to Street sports bra, and it sold for best offer of $27. Next, I sold these Kids Keens. They were a size 3 girls, and they sold for best offer of $18. Next, I sold this Wilfred Free Gale dress, and it sold for best offer of $20. Next, I sold these J. Crew Broken In Boyfriend jeans, and they sold for best offer of $20. Next, I sold these North Face capris, and they were brand new with tags, and they sold for best offer of $25. Next, I sold these Lululemon Groove pants. They were brand new with tags. I had them listed for maybe between $70 and $75, and I took best offer of $60. Next, I sold another pair of Vans. These had like a mesh cutout detailing to them, and they sold for best offer of $55. Next, I sold another Lululemon sweater. This was a vintage style with a manifesto print. I believe I sent the offer for $40. I had it originally listed for $45, and a buyer accepted. Next, I sold these Miss Me jeans, and they sold for a full asking price of $48. I also showed these in a recent haul. They did have a small flaw. One of the beads was missing, but somebody still picked them up for a full asking price of $48. Next, I sold these True Religion Halle skinny jeans, and they sold for best offer of $30. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more for these True Religion jeans, but it's my first time selling this brand, and they retail for a lot, but I guess the resale value is just not there. Next, I sold these Wilfred Gelade Poplin pants. They did have a flaw, which I didn't notice until I brought them home. There was a hole in the crotch, so I was just trying to get rid of them to see if anybody would be able to fix them up, and they sold for $5. Next, I sold these Lululemon Wonder Unders. They were brand new with tags, and they sold for $70, which I sent an offer to. Next, I sold these Stella McCartney Moto Style joggers. I had them listed for $40, and I decreased the price to $30 during a closet clear out, and somebody accepted the offer of $30. And my last sale for the month of August were these Vans, and they sold for best offer of $55. So that concludes today's video and my sales for the month of August. As I mentioned before, I believe that my sales are picking up again. On the Canadian platform this month, I've already sold more than what I did for the month of August, and we're just the start of September. So I'm really hopeful that my sales for this month will be a lot better. And I've been more active lately because I have a ton of inventory, and I just want to be able to have everything listed and get rid of my death pile. So that will be my goal for the month of September. So I'll see how I do. I'm going to really try not to go thrifting or sourcing because I find that I really fall behind and I won't be able to catch up. So for next month's video, I guess we'll see how I do. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!